that when you were done with it and he hooks it up to his computer and he said something in his language, what he said was, this is going to have to run all night, we might as well go to sleep. So, yeah, that would have been, it ended with you guys going to sleep, right? You all do sleep, but you don't dream, same as every other night you can remember. None of you dream, ever. But Poxo dreams. In his dream, he is old, wrinkled and frail, long beard, and he's reaching out to a great and beautiful ball of light just out of his reach. He strains and stretches, but can't quite touch it. Nevertheless, he tells Vril that this time he will reach it. Curiously, in this dream, Vril is as young as you've seen him today. And Poxo does not see that Vril is holding a weapon of unimaginable destruction. The weapon is somehow drawing power from the ball of beautiful light that Poxo is eagerly reaching toward. And Vril has a wide grin of glee on his youthful face. Poxo suddenly wakes up. He blinks and strains to remember a dream he just had. But the more he reaches for it, the more it slips away until it's gone completely. So he shrugs, he yawns, he stretches, and he sees everyone is already awake, woke up before him, and they're gathered around Vril at his desk. Are we ready for story time?
Yes.
It is now assignment day 31, August 15th in the game. Vril has the box in his hand. He holds the button down on the box and says something, then he lets the button go. Then he holds it out so you can see him tap the button. And you hear a voice from the box say, "The translator can't identify what language you're speaking, but can you understand me?"
Yes.
Okay, so do we all get that? You hold the button down and say whatever you're going to say, then you let go. We'll go ahead and say the screen then flashes a message. It's probably like working, translating, something like that. When it stops flashing, a different message comes up. It probably, says translation ready or whatever. The longer you speak, the longer the flashing lasts, okay? Then you let go. That's right, you let go and all the flashing happens and all that. When you tap the button again, it reads out the translation. Now, we are not going to strictly role play that. We're not going to hand the box around the table and, oh no, which button do I push? We're not going to talk into a box and all that. The reason I'm explaining it is because we need to keep that in mind for all interactions, okay? It's not going to be just normal conversation, everybody talk at once, everybody understands each other, and you can't even really interrupt somebody who's speaking. We're going to need to keep in mind who has the box, and that sort of thing. But no, we are not going to pass this box around and talk into it. This ain't let's pretend, this is a role-playing game. So he said that the box can't identify the language that you're speaking, and then he asks, can you understand me? You said yes. He looks pleased. Anybody want to do anything now?
I would like to tell him, our ship is broken. Can you help us find the supplies to fix it?
Okay, so you'd say that, you'd tap the button, it'd speak in their language, and let's see. Poxo, I think, would be very eager. He would snatch it from your hand, and he holds down the button and he commences to talking. And he talks for a full minute, maybe two,
Oh dear.
and then lets go of the button, and it sits there and flashes for a little while, okay? And then eventually Now, we also have this problem of using the box that, it had come out in a computerized voice. Is anybody going to do computerized voices? I'm not. So we're just going to take it as read that you get inflection and all that sort of thing, and then just apply it when you hear that. And who knows, maybe the translator is just that good that it even gets emotion across. So, when the translator finally speaks, you hear Poxo's words, and he says, "You probably don't recognize me, man. When you saw me before, I was just a little spatula. 9 years old, Cabo. But you look exactly the same way I remember you, except there was 5 of you. But on behalf of my planet, I welcome you, wise and honored kangaroos. My parents used to take me and Vril tenting in the woods all the time when we were kids. One night, after everyone was asleep, I saw you descend from the sky, man. And I ran and I ran and ran and ran to find out what it was. When I got there you were. Your ship and all 5 of you, picking up rocks and digging plants up, man. You tried to talk to me, but we couldn't understand each other. So I just sat and watched you. After a while, you got in your ship and you were gone. And I missed out on all that you could have shared with my people. So I have spent my life building this translator," at this Vril rolls his eyes, "so I'd be able to talk to you if I ever saw you again, so I could understand the great wisdom that you are here to impart. And I've been watching the skies these 20 years waiting for you to return, man. Me and my brother have made a life of tracking unusual phenomena in our world and seeking to channel the greater meaning and order of the benevolent cosmos. I've been looking everywhere for you for many years. That bus has seen a lot of miles, Cabo. It's loaded with specialized equipment, most of it homemade, and I am honored that you have chosen me to be the first to greet your coming. And I thank you on behalf of my people for coming here to bring light and peace from your great people to our poisoned world. This is a day to exercise."
I don't think he understood your question.
I think he was just eager to,
Oh.
he's been waiting 20 years to talk to you guys.
So I'm gonna grab the translator back from Poxo.
Okay?
I don't know if we should tell him that we're space truckers.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna grab it and push the button. I'm gonna say,
Maybe we can take him along with us.
"What do you mean you saw us 20 years ago?"
We were just only kids.
Especially because I'm only
I'm only 25. I'm 26.
like 20, so 29.
I'm like 25. I'm 27.
Okay, this Vril would take the translator. And he says some stuff into the box, and then when he plays it back, he says, I'd like to know why you didn't age as well. And I have other questions.
Okay, I'll take the box. Say, I don't remember coming 20 years ago. I don't think I came 20 years ago. And I don't know. But why don't we get your questions out of the way? I'd be willing to answer your questions if you can help us fix our ship.
As the translator is reading out what you had to say, and you said that you don't remember being here, Poxo gives a look over to Vril and kind of nudges him like that. Take that whatever way you will. If Vril were to have the box back, yes, he would have another question. Would you be trying to snatch it away for him before he gets a chance to ask his question? It just sounded like you were ready to go, so I didn't know if there'd be a fight over the box or whatever.
Yeah, I would grab it and say, those pictures in his box pictures of us?
Poxo would take the translator and he would say, well, it sure looks like you to me, dude.
I don't know if we'll ever be able to determine the truth because they're written or they're drawn like child. It's a child's drawing. And sometimes if people want to believe something, it's easy to overlook certain details.
I
You
don't know
might
who
just
knows
really
what
want-
brain water did.
You know, brain water could just erase our
Oh.
memories and make us not age.
I
Can
wanna,
we just tell them
I wanna,
through the
I'd
translator?
like to,
No,
you can,
no, I was just gonna say, tell them through the translator that we worked for a company called Doulos.
oh,
We
Captain.
lost our captain in a pirate attack. We don't remember anything before we joined up with this corporation.
Well,
It
we
sounds-
don't know that, really.
It sounds like if she wanted to take this line, you might have something to say to her about that.
And let's let them, I think we should let them ask their questions, get their help. We don't need to dispel anything before it really becomes necessary, I think.
I wanna ask them if they have any analyzers so we can analyze something that we take a day, which could, that seems to affect us.
I think we should let them ask their questions, get them to help us, and then we can deal with some of these
And then
other things.
we can make
'Cause you'll
talks
still-
to the captain.
It'll still take a long time to fix our ship, probably. Because the conduit, the energy cable, is only part of everything. Like, there's still a lot of other work afterwards. It might take us a month or who knows how long.
If I had those ret coins I was talking about in lieu of experience points, you've been hitting 2 or 3 things that I was hoping somebody at the table would come across. So, but yes, I did leave this wide open to where, wait a minute, these people think we're gods or something? Maybe we can use that to our advantage. I was hoping somebody was going to feel that way, but it's written both ways. So, but we're about to pop already. So we will decide who's going to say what into the translator, and keeping in mind that Vril still has questions. And I'll just go ahead and say I've already pointed out that skeptic is a word to describe him. How does his skepticism work exactly? To what extent is he skeptical? There, I timed it perfectly. I had to go into radio.
Ooh.